Well, it's week 11, NFL time. We've had our ups and downs. We've had our highs and lows. We've had our overs. We've had our unders, especially the unders. This is week 11. I want to welcome everybody to Coach's Call on Tap. This is our NFL Pick'em Show, week 11. We are excited about this. It's getting fun for the simple fact that if you don't believe in trends, this season will get you there. It's just amazing. We argue all the time. We go back and forth. We have guys on our Discord, and I've got friends in real life. Well, I mean, the Discord is real life, but you know what I'm talking about. Real life, that they'll sit there and say, I can't, I'm going to bet the over because it's Joe Burris and who's the other guy that's playing for
Lamar.
the Ravens? And Lamar. Oh, this is the time. I'm like, why? Anyway, we'll get to some of that stuff. I just think it's been eye-opening. It's been really, really fun. It does have to work for you, I believe. So anyway, this is Coach's Call on Tap, NFL Pick'em Show, week 11. I can't believe we have already gone through 10 weeks of this. Sometimes pain, sometimes agony, but sometimes we make some cheddar.
Cheddar.
Speaking of making cheddar, Tristan, why don't you tell me how it did Sunday, big boy? Do a little house cleaning.
Okay, before we get to podcast picks, real quick, let's do Coach's Call Fantasy League. Right now, the league is tightening up just a little bit. We have L. Scott going to play Puff, who's 4-6. Puff's on a little bit of a run right now. Then you have Chase going to play McFly. Chase has also won some games. Perry is going to play BK. BK and McFly are both 8-2, so top of the food chain right now. Then you have Donnie, 4-6, going to play Team Ronan at 3-7, and then you got me going to play Coach Z this week. So maybe he'll set his lineup this week just because
it's going to be like a bye week for you. I mean, let's just it's basically what it is.
Let's just call it what it is.
And it's funny that all the frat boys are in the lead in our Discord. So
yeah,
anyway, whatever on that. I don't give a shit.
Okay, so on to week 10 podcast picks. So we're going to start with the worst and we're going to go to the best. But if you tailed all of the worst picks in the podcast last week, let's just say you put $10 in every one, you made money. Nobody had a negative record last week.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
Okay, so I'm gonna say the overall record, and then I will say everybody's best plays, and that's how we will do this. So Russell went 8-5, and Puff also went 8-5. Russell's best plays, he missed Titans money line, but the over in Seattle he hit, and the under in the Bills game he hit. So Russell went 2-1 on best plays. Puff missed his only. No, I'm sorry. Puff hit his only best play. He had the over in the Lions game. He hit that. Donnie overall for the week went 9-4. He went 1-1 on best plays. He had Titans money line because of course he did. And then he also had Vikings money line. So if you tell Vikings money line, you probably came out like $5 to the good. I went 10-3.
Damn.
Just know that I was not the best. I went 10-3. I went 2-1 on best plays. I hit Browns +6. I also hit Broncos +7.5. They won outright. And then I missed the under in the Browns game, which I couldn't even begin to tell you why that game went over. But anyway,
because it wasn't prime time. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. And then Coach fucking Z went 11-2 on spread picks this week.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And it's also important to note everybody had a push. The Lions and Chargers was -3. The game ended at 3. Coach went if you bet every primetime under plus the pond game, you went 5-0 on Coach's best plays because he had all primetime unders. He had all primetime unders, and then he also had Cowboys -16.5 as his best play of the week, and that hit as well. So good job, Coach Z. You got off the schneid finally.
Right, dude. I ended up being 16-2, brother.
Yep, you did very,
with my
very,
Wow.
very
with my
well.
best plays, 16-2. So I'm gonna take it to. I told you guys this 2 weeks ago. Now the first time it wasn't very good, and you guys can you can drill me on it. I don't really give a shit. But then it worked this week. Is reading the script. I mean, I kind of, you kind of read the script, like what. So that's kind of what I did. But still, the trend is the trend. You guys that listen to the podcast, and you guys that listen in, you guys are watching our YouTube shorts. You guys are watching us on TikTok. We're also on Twitter. Coaches Call on Twitter. I put it on my Instagram, Rick.Zamora. Um, Primetime unders are just hitting 16-0 now. And those are the prime time. 5-0 on what I call the across the pond unders, anything in Germany or Italy or wherever they play. Those are 5-0 right now, right?
Did you say Germany or Hitler?
Or no, not.
I swear to God, that's what you
I
said.
was waiting for you. By the way, if you're listening, I got Tristan in North Carolina, and I've got my boy Russell over here, the jaded cowboy, at his home here in Texas. Donnie is on vacay in Las Vegas, and Puff is hitting it hard in basketball right now, and so is Kyle. Those guys are doing college basketball right now. Anyway, trends, man, I just can't get away from the trends right now. I don't know why we would want to. One of the guys in the Discord that's been following for the last 4 weeks, he's like, you know what, Coach, I'm going to have to bet the over on Thursday with the Bengals and the Ravens. I'm like, why? Why in the world would you do that? Well, because Burrow and because Jamar and all this other bullshit. I'm like, so then why did Vegas only set it at 45.5? I mean,
Yeah.
why isn't it at 50? Why isn't it at 55? So my advice to you guys that are scared to jump on the under train now, don't bet the over. Just don't bet the damn thing.
Yeah,
Don't bet it.
it's killing people. I ain't gonna lie, it's killing people.
No.
I will say I will say for me personally, I haven't been betting either or, but I've been tempted. I bet one under with Coach one game, and I went to bed. I didn't even look at it. And I woke up with money in my account. I mean, just
It just is what it is. And I mean, not I, because I don't have anything to do with it. I just follow the trend. There's about 4 or 5 guys on the Discord that are quietly just betting it with me, and then there's half the guys in the Discord are losing money because they go opposite just because of their fucking ego.
yeah.
So I don't know. Russell, have you bet any over or have you even looked at the primetime totals yet? Do you mess with that, or you and your wife just do the spreads on Sunday afternoons?
No, we've been betting all the primetime unders. We've been hitting. I
Attaboy.
had a decent week on the podcast, but I had a really good week overall.
Yeah.
Other than the college part, which the Washington game kind of screwed me. But
Well, we don't talk about college here. Hey, Russ, well, I don't care if you mind or not. I'm gonna oust you because I think it's pretty awesome. You told me a secret about your wife having a spreadsheet, looking at scripts. Yeah, listen to this, dude, with the scripts and stuff, and she's pretty freaking good at this. Russell, come on, spill
better
the
than
beans.
me. Yeah, I mean, we've kind of gotten into it together. It's my first year to actually bet. I've obviously been a huge football fan my whole life, watch every game. But we sit out here and bet all the primetime games. We live bet, but she was telling me, she was like, and I tell her all this information like about the teams, like, and you say it all the time, Coach. Everybody knows this shit. Everybody knows Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson are great. We all know that there's bad weather. We all know who's at home. We all know who's won 5 in a row. It doesn't matter. It's the script. And my better half, she's like, I go in, I do my research, and I'm following the script. I'm going to bet the script. This is what everybody's saying. This is what she's looking at it totally different than me. She's like, this is what Vegas is doing. This is what the public's doing, and she's figured it out. And
What?
she has won more money this year than me, probably triple, because she's not buying into all the crap I know. She'll ask me my opinion on a game, and fucking more than half the time I'm wrong. So Go figure.
D- does she bet with big money? I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm just wondering.
She
Our
bets with
unit,
his money.
that is true, but no, our unit bets are $25, so nothing crazy. But if we've been, we've had a few games where we've won a few hundred, but yeah, she's following the script. That's what she told me. I was like, okay, I'm with you.
I love
Works
it.
for everybody else, it seems like.
Getting into the script, let's just jump in. We got Thursday night, 7:15 Central. We got the Bengals that are 5-2, 2-2 on the road against the Ravens that are 7-3, 3-2 at home. Baltimore is given 3.5 at home. The over and under is 45.5. Tristan, why don't you start us off, buddy?
All right, so how we're gonna do this week? Donnie, you listed all his picks in here. I'm not gonna give his reasoning because I don't know it, but I'm gonna tell you what Donnie bet. That way, in case you like,
and we don't care.
Yeah, we don't really care, but if you like to follow Donnie, there you go.
And there are some Donnie followers, by the way. He's got some followers.
Yep. So
I thought those were called flies.
Yeah, so if you like to follow Donnie, just listen to the first pick I get, and that'll be Donnie's pick. So Donnie is on the Bengals for Thursday night. I am also on the Bengals Thursday night. I think I mean they lost to the Texans. I get it. I like the under as well. But I like the under as well, and I expect Burrow to outduel I expect Burrow to outduel Lamar this week, and if nothing else, they lose by a field goal.
There we go. What do you think, Russ?
I'm also with you. I think that loss to the Texans doesn't mean that much. That kid C.J. Stroud was amazing, has been amazing. So yeah, even though this game's in Baltimore, I think the Ravens might win by a field goal, but I think the Bengals will cover the spread, take the under.
Had a baby. All right, we're going to take the under because it's a prime time under. So we got the Bengals and the Ravens under 45.5. That's going to be one of my best bets. I am also going to take the Bengals. I'm going to go ahead and take them plus 3.5. I mean, it's just, how can you not take them plus 3.5? Plus, I got the Bengals going to the Super Bowl. So I've got to back them, and they lost last week. So let's read a script. They lost last week. Now the Ravens are at home. They're 7-3, supposed to be favored. They're given 3.5. Bullshit. They can cover that. So give me the Bengals. Give me the Bengals and the prime time under. Let's move on to Sunday. We've got the Steelers that are showing a lot of life at 6-3, 2-0 on the road. The Browns are also 6-3, but they're 4-1 at home. Cleveland -1. The total is 32.5. Tristan, start us off.
All right, so it's important to note for Donnie's picks as well. I just wanted to preface this. Donnie put all these picks in on Monday, and lines have changed due to injury news. And I promise you, he put this bet in, this pick in before the big news came out for the Browns. Deshaun Watson is done for the season. He has a fractured shoulder. I expect the Browns to keep this game close just because of their defense, but give me the Steelers to win this game and cover.
Okay. Russell. Hey, who's the Browns quarterback? Back up.
It's going
PJ Walker.
He's not starting. It's going to be Dorian Thompson-Robinson, or however you say his name. Dorian Thompson, UCLA's quarterback last year. He's a rookie.
Russell, what do you got on this game?
I like the Steelers and the cover. I don't like the under. I think that's a little low, but so I'm not going to bet that either way, though. I'm not comfortable. So yeah, give me the Steelers. I think that's a pretty easy bet.
Okay, so I'm glad you brought up the point of, man, the 32.5. I'm not going to bet it because that seems low. The only reason it seems so low is because they can't set it any lower. If it's at 28, you're not going to bet it, right? It's just like
right.
Iowa last Saturday. It was at 28. It still hit the under. I mean, the lower the NFL line goes, the more I like.
Or the higher.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. You ever give me a pro game with the line at 55? I guarantee you, we're putting a mortgage payment on the over because they can't set it any higher. I like the under. I'll probably end up betting this under. As far as the line goes, the Browns They lost last week?
No, they
No,
won.
they won.
They beat the Ravens last week.
Oh, damn. Okay, give me the Steelers.
Okay.
Give me a road dog.
All right.
Especially with no starting quarterback. The backup they're playing their third string quarterback and they're still giving a point.
I mean, the one game he did play, he played the Ravens. I mean, he looked god awful. I mean, he looked bad. I don't know why they're not starting PJ Walker, if you want me to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I'm saying. I'm trying to read the script. I'm trying all three of us to read the script. The Browns beat the Ravens. They just come off of that, and that's a big win, right?
Yes.
I would expect that to be a huge win. But they lose their quarterback. They're not going to play their backup. They're playing their third string quarterback. Is still Cleveland -1. So they're hoping that all of us bets Cleveland because they're hot and they're that good. Bullshit. Give me the Steelers. Steelers beat them by a touchdown.
Yep. I've never won a bet fading the Steelers. I want to make that noted. There's something about the damn Steelers, man. I can't. It's hard to fade them.
They win and win ugly.
Yeah, they do.
Damnedest thing.
They really do. They really do.
Dude, that freaking coach is a real deal, dude.
Oh, Mike Tomlin. I'd kill to have him in Carolina. I'd kill to have him in Carolina.
But he's too.
He'd kill himself in Carolina.
That's okay. We're gonna get Bill Belichick next year.
No, y'all are gonna get Jimbo Fisher. Let's go.
Did Bill Belichick get a time machine?
Oh man.
All right, let's move on. The Bears and the Lions. Ooh, Bears and Lions. Hey, homeboy's playing for the Bears this week.
Yeah, Justin Fields.
Yeah, Justin Fields. Just for that, give me the Lions -8. I think Justin Fields is going to be throwing the ball into the bleachers, into the water cooler. I mean, he hasn't played in a while, and the Lions are the Lions, man. There's something about them at home. It's a lot of points, and I hate to lay that many points, but I'm going to take the Lions. Tristan, go ahead.
So Donnie's on the Lions as well.
Damn it.
I am on the Lions too, man. Let me tell you something. This Lions team is fucking legit. This Lions team is scary. They're hot now, but like, don't let them go into the playoffs still hot because holy shit, man. They got these boys playing at a high level. I love the Lions.
Dude, there's 1,000 Aggies right now lined up wanting Dan Campbell to bring his coaches over here and coach at A&M next year. You know, he's a tight end for the Aggies. Yeah. I mean, we got guys that are willing to pay big money for this guy. Go ahead.
Dude, I mean, he's awesome. I mean, I didn't think Jared Goff could play this well. I didn't. And, I mean, he's playing better than he's ever played in his career. And it's all due to coaching. But give me the line.
Well, we're going to talk about that, Tristan. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. By the way, tomorrow, if you're listening in, tomorrow we're going to have a coaches Chalk Talk. Coaches called Chalk Talk tomorrow. I got a special guest, my good buddy John Jennings. Coach John Jennings is going to come here. He cut his teeth coaching for Mike Leach. He's coached at the Division I, Division II, Division III levels, JUCO, college ball, high school ball. He's going to join us. We're going to have a great time talking about it. And that's one thing we're going to talk about is guys like golf and why they're so good where they're at. CJ Stroud, why is he so good where he's at, and why these other guys aren't? And it's because of the situations they put him in, the playbook, put him in a position to succeed. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. Anyway, you guys stay tuned. If you're watching right now, make sure you log in and come find it. Hit the little bell for notification. You're going to want to listen to that. Coach Jennings has got some great information he's going to feed all of us.
I can't wait.
Russell, let's go back to Bears and Lions. What's your pick, buddy?
So Justin Fields is back. So I feels like the Lions are going to whoop that ass.
Wow.
That's what I think. I don't think that line's big enough.
You got something better in you, Russell. Come on.
Oh, I know. I do. It's called heartburn. Go ahead.
All right. So everybody's on the Lions. They got the Chargers and the Packers. Here's another one. I'm reading the script here, Tristan. The Packers lose a tough one last week. Everybody's falling in love with the Packers because, man, Justin Love, and they're winning. And the Chargers come in and give in 3. I think the Chargers beat them by more than that. I like the Chargers by a touchdown, maybe even a little more. So give me A-Bear and the Chargers -3 on the road. What do you think, Tristan?
So Donnie's on the Chargers as well.
Right.
this line doesn't make sense. This line doesn't make sense. This Chargers team can score with anybody, but I'm gonna tell you something. Their kryptonite is that defense. They have the worst defense in the whole freaking league. I mean,
Which makes no sense.
yeah, I mean, they're terrible. I believe Derwin James. No, I'm wrong. I was gonna say I think he got suspended. He didn't. Never mind. I'm on the Packers this week. If anything, I'm expecting another push on this Chargers game. I really am. If you're gonna bet it, by the hook. So
By the hook either way. If you're with me or against me, by the hook either way.
by the hook. That way, I mean, at least you don't sweat a whole game just for a push. That always sucks. So give me the Packers with the hook.
It's going to be perfect weather. I expect an over also on that one. Russell, what do you think?
I also love the over on that game.
I don't like the Chargers at all. I hate their defense, but Jordan Love, he looks like Lindsay Lohan after a weekend at a frat house. He's terrible. His game sucks. So just for that reason, I'm going Chargers.
There we go. All right, there we go. Raiders and Dolphins. Raiders 5-5, 1-4 on the road. Dolphins 6-3, 4-0 at home. The line is 13.5. The Dolphins are given 13.5. Over and under 46.5. Tristan, start us off.
Donnie's on the Dolphins because he loves fish. I am on the Dolphins as well. I know the Raiders are hot. I know they've rattled off a couple wins. That being said, their offense still looks anemic. I mean, they don't look good. They won ugly this last week on Sunday Night Football. Look for another 40 burger from the Dolphins. I'm gonna be honest. Give me the Dolphins.
Russell, what do you think?
The one thing the Dolphins struggle with this year is they beat up these really bad finesse teams. Yeah. When they play a team that's physical, which the Raiders defense is extremely physical, they get beat up and it slows them down. And the Raiders are playing pretty inspired ball, so I think they'll cover the 13.5. So I'll take the Raiders.
Okay, here we go, Russ. Now we're talking, buddy. Now we're talking. You know, you look at it. If you look at the record 1-4 on the road, the Raiders. There's no way no way they're going to cover, right, or win. Dolphins 4-0 at home. There's no way they're going to win. But the Dolphins beat up on the piss ants, and they have a tough time with the good teams. And I'm with you, Russell. I think they're playing inspired ball. They're not good. They're not very good. I get that.
They're not good.
But they're playing inspired ball. They're playing good enough ball to cover 13.5. I'm going to go ahead and buy the point and give me the Raiders. But just for this show's purpose, I'll take the Raiders plus 13.5. Moving on, the Giants of New York at 2-8, 1-5 on the road are playing the Commanders of Washington, 4-6, 1-3 at home. Washington is 8.5-point favorites. Over and under 37.5. Gosh almighty, probably the worst. Go ahead, Tristan, you start on the worst team in the world.
So Donnie is going to be on the Commanders. I am also on the Commanders. I think that Eric Bieniemy has turned Sam Howell into a young Patrick Mahomes gunslinger. I mean, again, it's coaching. It's coaching. Coaching. People think if you think coaching doesn't matter, I can just show you some shit, and I can. I mean, so the Giants are a dumpster fire. I know it's going to be a. It probably is going to be a. I can see it in the Discord right now. Everybody's about, oh, take the Giants. Do not take the Giants. They're terrible. They're a bad football team. I don't know what happened between last year and this year, but something's gone wrong in New York. Give me the Commanders to win big this week.
It's coaching in the system, and that's what coaching is about. Putting a kid in a good system,
yeah,
and a position to succeed. If you look at this poor kid this poor kid probably has 2 or 3 receivers to throw to every time, and it's always the same. It's always lateral. It's never staggered. They never flood aside. They never move them out of the pocket. They never do any kind of crossing patterns with an over the top and under the knee. They never do any of this shit for the poor kid. A good coach is going to put him in position, to succeed. And I'm with you, man. The Giants are a dumpster fire. I mean, they're just not very good. So, yeah, give me the Commanders minus 8.5. That's just the way it's going to be, man. That's the way it's going to be.
I'm still here. I'm
Yeah,
still here.
get Russell.
Russell, what do you got
Yeah,
on
I'm
the Giants or Commanders?
I like the Commanders as well. I think the Giants are going to be the number one pick in the draft next year. They're awful.
Yeah. Cowboys and Panthers. Here we go. Y'all's team right here. Cowboys 6-3 overall, 2-3 on the road. Panthers 1-8 overall, 1-3. Dallas on the road, 10.5-point favorite with the over and under 42.5. Can Dallas do it 2 weeks in a row? Can they cover big numbers 2 weeks in a row? Tristan, let's start with you.
So Donnie's on the Cowboys. I'm also on the Cowboys. Do not fucking bet the Panthers. I'm telling you, do not fucking bet them. There's rumblings right now in Carolina. Tepper, the owner of the Panthers, is putting crazy pressure right now on this coaching staff. Crazy. It's so bad that Frank Reich gave up play calling 3 weeks ago to Thomas Brown. They ended up winning that next game. He gave the game ball to Thomas Brown, yada, yada, yada. The offense has been so fucking bad that Frank Reich has now taken back play calling. Like his play calling was any better. It wasn't. It was a little better, but it wasn't that much better. Dude, I'm really expect the Panthers have a top 10 defense this year. Cowboys have one of the best defenses this year. I think this game is like a 24-10 type of game. I have a hard time seeing the Panthers offense scoring more than 10 this week. I'm on the Cowboys.
All right, Russell.
I hate this. I really do.
Be a man and say it. Be a man and say it.
I'm gonna be a man. I think the Cowboys.
Don't make us get your wife on this podcast.
No doubt. Oh, she's over here. She's over here listening, shaking her head at me. I like the Cowboys to cover, and me and Tristan were talking before the podcast. We disagree on the over under. The Cowboys are like the little elementary school bully that hits the growth spurt really early, and then he goes up to the next grade and gets beat up. Cowboys against good teams, they're not good, but when they play teams like this, they dominate. They score a lot of points. Their defense scores a lot of points. So I like the Cowboys to cover, and I like the over, even if it's like another 49-14 game for Dallas. So
y'all are not scoring 49 this week. I'll go ahead and tell you right now.
Tristan, what are the team totals on this game? Can you look those up real quick?
Yes, I can. And I can
while you're doing that, yes, give me Dallas minus 10.5 on the road. I will buy the hook and take it to 10.
Okay. So Panthers are at 15.5. I love that under. Love that.
I do too.
Under.
I was fixing to say double to give me.
And then Dallas is 26.5. I like that over.
Yeah, over.
That'll be I can see Dallas scoring 4 touchdowns in this game. Probably in the first half. The over under is 42. So 28-10 puts you at 38 for the under. If that, I mean, I can see it.
So you know what? Let's not mess with the over and under. Let's just take the Cowboys team total over, and if you want to, take the Panthers team total under. Yeah, I think the Cowboys team total over is freaking money.
I'm telling y'all right now, I've watched some bad Panthers teams. I watched them go 2-14 with Jimmy Clausen. That team was better than this team. Again, coaching. Our coaching is horrendous. It is so bad. Anyway, all right, I'll get off my soapbox.
So let's make that one of our best bets, man. Let's take
you want it as one of yours?
Dallas Cowboy team total over 26.5.
Okay.
Yeah, that in the primetime under on Thursday. Let's start with those. Those are my two best bets. I like that. Good job. Okay, let's move on.
Did you just tell yourself good job?
No, I'm telling y'all. I'm trying to pump y'all up. I mean, trying to get some good vibes going in here. As my boy over there is drinking Coors Light.
Hell yeah.
We're not even.
That's why I had to go. That's why I had to go off camera. I drank like 4 of them before the podcast. I had to pee. I was like, God dang, I don't want to see my pecker on the podcast. So.
Hey, hey, why don't you go steal your wife's Milwaukee's best, man?
You want to fuck your cousin? Drink a Coors Light. You know.
My name is Coach Zamora, and whatever is said on this podcast is not indicative of me or what I think.
All of
Moving on.
Russell's opinions are those of his own.
Oh, yes, they are.
That's correct. I stand by him too.
He is a special guest, and you know what we mean by special. The Titans and the Jags, man.
They just parked the short bus over here. That's
There we go. Titans and Jags. We already know Donnie's on the Titans, but we got the Titans 3-6, 0-5 on the road. Jags 6-3, 2-3 at home. Jacksonville's -7. They're giving 7 points at home. Over and under 39.5. What did the Titans do last week?
Nothing.
I think were they on a bye?
No, they should have been though.
Who'd they play? They lost. They lost 20-6 to the Buccaneers.
Okay, and then the Jags.
They got their ass fucking stomped by the 49ers. Like it was like 35-3.
Okay, give me the Jags -7 at home. I like that script right there. Give me the Jags -7 at home. What do y'all have, Tristan?
So Donnie's on the Titans. I said it before the podcast. I think he is the. I thought I was a homer. Donnie's the biggest Titans homer I've ever seen in my life. That team, they could be playing the fucking Chiefs, and he'd take the Titans for some dumbass reason. Give me the Jags, and I said it last week. Trevor doesn't show up well again in big games. He did not this last week. This is not a big game. Trevor Lawrence will look like an MVP candidate for some dumb.
That's it. That's what I like to hear. What do you think, Russ?
Well, just a little side note on this game. So last week in fantasy, which I play you this week in our other league, Coach, I sat Brock Purdy for Will Levis because I was drinking the damn Kool-Aid. And Will Levis put up 4.6 points last week against the Bucks. I'm not saying Will Levis is trash. I think he's going to be fine later on, but this ain't the time. And the Jags are coming off, and there's no shame in getting your ass beat by the 49ers at full strength. They're the best team in the league when they're healthy. So I think the Jags at home, they're going to dominate. Trevor Lawrence is going to look like Patrick Mahomes this week. So I'll take the Jags as well.
I like it. I like that. Cardinals and Texans. Cardinals are 2-8, 0-5 on the road. Texans 5-4, 3-1 at home. Houston's a 5-point favorite. Total is 48.5. Guys, I cannot get off of this CJ Stroud train.
I can't.
I mean, I think this guy is just, I love what they're doing. And this is another one. Tristan, this is what we're talking about tomorrow in Chalk Talk. Coaching. They're putting this kid in a situation where he can succeed. He doesn't have to throw the long ball. He doesn't have to throw in the double coverage. This guy, they're giving him the opportunity. They're saying, okay, you got 1-2 options. On the third, take off. Boom, boom, nothing there, roll. Boom, boom, nothing there, roll. Let's just go and move. I think he's doing fantastic. Give me the Texans at home -5. What do you guys got, Tristan?
All right, so Donnie's also on the Texans. I'm jumping off the Texans train this week. I think.
Why? The train's been rolling good, bud.
Bro, listen.
Okay.
And you're not gonna like what I'm about to say. I can go ahead and tell you. The Kyler Murray return script. You want to talk about reading the script? Kyler was fucking good last week. Like he looked like a different quarterback. I don't think he was playing fucking Call of Duty on his leave of absence. I think he was watching some film. I think he was studying up a little bit. He looked like a better quarterback. He just did. He made plays with his legs like he did in college. I like the Cardinals to cover and probably even win this week. So give me the Cardinals.
So you like the Murray script
right this second? Yes. Right this second.
Because I don't know anybody in this world that likes Kyler Murray at all.
Dude,
his mama doesn't even like him.
I didn't either. But like I watched their game last week, and I'm not just going off of a number.
No, I got you.
Yeah, I mean I watched their game, and he looked good. He did. So give me the Cardinals until he proves me otherwise. Give me the Cardinals.
All right, I got you. I'll bless that one. All right, go ahead, Russ.
I know it hurt to even say it.
Gosh, mighty.
I in Texas during like Sunday games, you really have 3 games. You have 2 at 12 and you have 1 at 3, unless you have like Sunday ticket. So I have to, unfortunately, for years, have to watch the Texans. So I've been watching all their games, and I'm over the top impressed with C.J. Stroud. And it's not the one or two reads. The guy is making audibles at the line. He looks amazing. And Kyler Murray looks like a gnome with a helmet. And I don't care how many games of Madden he played. Texans at home, give me the points.
I like it. I like it. Speaking of, we got the Bucks and the 49ers. You said the 49ers are coming back, huh? They're looking like the old 49ers, looking good. We got the Bucks 4-5, overall 2-2 on the road. 49ers 6-3, 3-1 at home. San Francisco is given 11.5.
Yeah, I got
They're
12
looking
on
that.
mine.
I got 12 on mine.
They're looking that good. They could lay 12 points to anybody in the league, especially the Bucks. What do you think, Trist?
Donnie's on the Niners because they're a favorite. I am on. Oh, we're gonna get some.
Choke on all that. Don't choke on all that chalk.
Yeah, dude. If you
choke on all that
not
chalk,
here.
boy,
if you miss a podcast, Donnie's gonna blow the fucking text right up. But anyway, I am on the Bucks. I think this Bucks team has figured some shit out by week 10 or 11. That defense is playing like so whenever they lost Brady, there was a lot of questions, of course. The one part of their team they didn't lose a whole lot on was their defense, and I think their defense has finally got it together. I think this is a lower scoring game, and I think the Bucks can keep this within 10. So give me the Bucks.
Okay, what do you think, Russ Bus?
Completely disagree with everything Tristan just said. Completely. The Bucks. Do you put Baker Mayfield going to San Francisco against this team? And Dallas has a good defense, right? We all agree they have a real good defense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This offense, when healthy with Trent Williams, Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, mauled the Cowboys defense. They mauled.
You forgot the best player on the team.
Well,
Christian McCaffrey.
That's all. Well, that's fine. 49ers win this game, and I'm telling you, this game's going to be like a 48-10 game. I'm going to take the over. I'm going to bet this with my money until my wife tells me not to. 48-10, 49ers and the over. And that's one of my picks of the week.
You know what, Tristan?
Go ahead. What?
Okay. You said it yourself, Russell. You said my picks aren't shit. My wife, and she does better, and so she usually go. You know what? Just because you said Niners and the over, give me the Bucks and the under. Give me the Bucks and the under. I will completely fade you for what you said earlier. I'm going to completely fade you. Give me I really do like the Bucks in this, by the way, and because it's 41, it's close to the 30 mark. In the 30s.
Yeah.
I like that under too. I think the 41, we are. It's just an over exaggeration for both teams scoring in the 30s last week. An anomaly. I think it's a close scoring game, and I think it stays under. So give me the Bucks, give me the under in that game. So let's move on to the another afternoon game: the Jets and the Bills. Oh, the Bills! Jeez, I mean. Oh, I can't do. I'm not going to do it.
Don't do it.
I'm not doing it. I'm going to tell you right now. Give me the Jets.
Yeah, don't.
I'm just going to give me the Jets. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Give me the freaking Jets. Go ahead, Tristan.
This is so Donnie's on the Bills because they're a favorite.
Of course, and they're chalked.
Yep, they're chalked. Dude, it's like the primetime unders. Fade the Bills until they give you a reason not to.
I mean, it's a touchdown.
By the way, you mean to tell me they fired their offensive coordinator and they're still laying 7 to the Jets defense? They have a top 10 defense this year.
Top 3 defense.
Top 3. Josh Allen might throw another 4 picks this week. I mean,
guaranteed. He's
been. I said it last week. I'll say it again. There's something going on with the Bills. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's beyond the football field. Give me the Jets. I don't know if they win. I think they can keep this within 3 though.
Okay. All right, Russell, let's see you do the voodoo
All right.
that you do.
All right. Well, thank you, Salt and Pepper. I caught that. So this game's in Buffalo. You still got Zach Wilson playing for the Jets.
No, he's gonna do it.
Josh
Oh.
Josh Allen, he's gonna bounce back. And I hate to
Oh,
go. Hold on.
oh,
I hate to go with Donnie, and I'm not. Give me the Jets.
That a
Okay.
baby. That a baby. Ah, the voice of reason finally settled in that boy.
I was about to say, don't do it, Russ. Don't do
Oh,
it.
geez,
Let's all at
okay.
least collectively take an L here together, because Jesus.
Oh my gosh. All right, Seahawks 6-3 overall, 2-2 on the road with the Rams playing at the Rams, 3-6, 1-3 at home. Seattle might wait a minute. There's something wrong here. Seattle by
Something
1.
wrong.
That's what it says.
That's what it says, isn't it? Tell me why, Tristan. What do we got going on here?
I'm not so it's the NFC West divisional game. Two, I would say, middle of the road teams playing each other. I think the line's right. I really do. Donnie is on the Rams because of course he is. Give me the Seahawks on the short trip down the coast. And they're scrapping. Both these teams are scrapping for a 5, 6, 7 seed in the playoffs. I like the Seahawks here. Give me the Seahawks.
Okay, what do you think, Russ?
Yeah, I like the Seahawks too. I don't see the Rams being able to keep up with all those weapons on offense that Seattle has. So, yeah, I'll take Seattle.
Did the Rams play last week?
I don't think they did.
I'm
I
looking.
think they had a bye.
I can't find them. And then the
I think
Seahawks
they both had a bye.
No, the Seahawks had a big win against a comeback win against the Commanders, 29
Yeah.
to 26.
That was a couple weeks ago, Coach.
Oh, was it?
No, that was this week.
No, that was this week.
That was this week.
Was
I want
it?
some money on that game.
Okay.
Yeah, they came back and won. They had to come back and
I was
win.
live betting that game.
29-26, man.
Okay, Rams were on a bye, yes.
Okay, give me the Rams. I think Seattle on a short trip after a big win. The Rams on a bye. I'm going to make my own script here. I'm going to say the Rams lose by 1 and push at worst. Give me the Rams plus 1.
Okay.
That might have been the worst pick I've ever had in my life.
Yeah,
anyway.
It was, but go ahead.
Oh, stop it.
Not going to be 11-2 this week, buddy.
I faded your ass, I will be.
I'll stick my old lady on you.
Sunday night prime time. All right, so here's my third best bet of the night, Tristan.
Okay.
Give me the under 42.5, automatic.
Yep.
We got the Vikings and the Broncos. Vikings 6-4, 4-1 on the road. Broncos 4-5, 2-3 at home, and they're the ones that did it to the Bills. Now Denver at home is a 2.5-point favorite. Tristan, what do you got?
Coach, I need to hear it. Was I right or what about this Broncos team?
You were all over it.
I was all over it.
All over it.
That being said, something special happened in Minnesota with this Josh Dobbs guy.
Can you just tell me a little bit of how much you like this Dobbs kid? Because I like him a lot.
He's fun to watch. He's one of those dudes. He's been a journeyman, and he's kind of like Geno Smith hasn't been a journeyman, but he's finally got his opportunity to start, and he's making the most of it.
Here's another kid, Tristan. This is another kid. You're talking about coaching and putting him in positions. He's a 1-2 go. Do this. I mean, they're letting him play football.
I think
and that's what they're letting him do, and it's working.
I think it goes beyond coaching with Dobbs, because I wouldn't say the coaching in Arizona is that great, but he played pretty well in Arizona. O'Connell's a better coach in Minnesota, but that being said, give me the Vikings to win on the road here against Denver. I think Denver's kind of due for one of those unexpected losses. Unfortunately, Donnie's also on the Vikings.
Dang it. I'm just going to say, because the script is right. This Dobbs kid's a real deal. They're doing things right in Minnesota. The Broncos just come off of a big win. Now they're favored at home by 2.5, and that line sucks. So go ahead and give me the Vikings to win outright. at the Broncos at night. This is going to be, what, 20 to 18 game, maybe something like that. It's going to be low scoring, really tight. But give me the Vikings on the road. What do you think, Russ?
We're talking about coaching, and we're talking about if we were talking about the Broncos 3-4 weeks ago, we were talking about them being one of the worst teams in the NFL. Their defense had given up 70 to the Dolphins. They can't score. They can't do this. They can't do that. Sean Payton has gotten a hold of this team. He benched all the veterans on the defensive side of the ball. He's got Russell Wilson, put his arrogant ass in check. Says, you don't get an office. You don't get a parking place. I'm the man. Sean Payton's the man. You want to talk about coaching? He's going to shut this Vikings team down. It's at home. That place is going to be fired up. The Broncos are going to be bidding for a playoff spot at the end of the year. You can mark it down. Give me the Broncos. Give me the 2.5.
I don't hate. I don't hate it.
I don't either.
I know what I say. I don't hate it. I really
make
don't.
You make a lot of sense. I love
hate
hearing that part of it. You know,
let me be honest with you. This is one of those primetime games where I'm not going to probably bet aside.
You're better off just watching it.
Stay away.
I'm with you. I love that take, Russell. I love everything about it, especially if you're going to give out some give some picks for the coach. You better make it right, and I love everything about it. Monday night, this is the big game right here, boys.
This is going to be a fucking awesome game.
Everybody loves it. Everybody thinks there's going to be fireworks. There's going to be touchdowns. There's going to be Taylor Swift, and there's going to be all kinds of other shit. I don't care. You know, one of my best bets, one of my favorite bets, is under 45.5 because it's going to happen. This, again, I don't think either team scores 3 touchdowns. I don't think that shit's going to happen. I think both defenses are good enough. I think they're going to play it close to the vest. These guys just want to win. And you know how I feel about KC. You know how I feel about KC at home. Give me the Eagles on the road to beat these guys and under. Go ahead, Tristan.
Donnie's on the Eagles because he loves birds.
Gosh almighty.
Yep. And you know who I'm on. You already know.
Mahomes, of course.
We're in Kansas City. Arrowhead's one of the loudest places in the league. It's gonna be rocking. You can bet your sweet fucking fancy ass that Taylor Swift's gonna be there. Give me the Chiefs in a 10-point game to beat the Eagles.
Wow.
The Eagles have been playing with a fucking loss for weeks, and this is the game where they get it, where they get the loss, and the Chiefs are going to get it done.
All right, Russell, what do you think, buddy?
I agree. They should have lost to the Commanders 2 weeks ago. They should have lost to Dallas. Dallas had 2 chances, and we barfed that game up. Y'all know I'm a homer. I'm not a Cowboy homer. I'm an Eagles-hating homer. I hate these motherfuckers. This is at Arrowhead. This is Andy Reid against his former team.
Yeah.
Coming off a bye. Andy Reid, if you look at his record coming off of a bye historically, I think he's over the 90 percentile coming off a bye. They don't lose off of a bye. I think this game will be close for 3 quarters, and I think the Chiefs will pull away at the end. Give me the Chiefs by 10 and take the under.
I love everything you said. That's why I like the Eagles even more, because of everything you just said, and the line's only 2.5. If everything you said if that was the case, this line should be 8.5 to 9, but it's not. It's only 2.5.
This line should not be that big.
Fly, Eagles,
no,
fly.
The Eagles are 8-1.
No, you just said off of a bye, off of this, off of that, coming here. Andy Reid, this and that. Taylor Swift, coming here.
If anything,
there.
No.
Oh my gosh, no.
If anything, the Eagles should be favored.
Crawfish. No, don't crawfish on me.
I'm not. If anything, the Eagles should be favored.
I didn't say anything about flat ass Taylor Swift, so you can
that was
forget that.
Hey, that has nothing to do with anything. Lay off. I'm a Swiftie, dude. Taylor, don't worry about that.
Hey, based on tonight, you're a Donnie because you're just piggybacking on all his picks.
I'm not piggybacking shit.
All right, boys.
No, dude. I'm gonna have to recant a lot of this shit. No.
You're gonna have to
time for best plays.
Best plays. Well, I got all 3 primetime unders.
You got Cowboys team total over 26.5. Do you have anything else?
Yeah, what was it? The Steelers Browns under 32.5.
All right. Steelers under 32.5. Okay.
Yeah, so I got five best plays.
Okay. Mine, I got 3. So give me. Okay, there we go. All right. Give me Cowboys minus 10.5 versus Carolina. I'm expecting a blowout. Bucks plus 12 and Cardinals plus 5. Those are my 3 favorites right there.
Okay. Does Donnie have any?
Not yet, but I'm sure I can get some.
Okay. Russ, you got any best plays?
Yeah, so like we just finished on that. I like the Chiefs to cover. That's one of mine, the 2.5.
Right.
Me and Tristan disagreed on the Cowboys Panthers over under. I like the over in that game. And I already said the Bucks and 49ers. Give me the 49ers to cover.
All right.
All right. We got anything else?
I don't believe so.
All right, this is your coach here with Tristan, North Carolina, and we've got Russell here in Texas. We are Coaches Call on Tap. Make sure you like, follow, and you comment. Hit that little bell, get notifications. We have got one hell of a podcast coming up tomorrow. I got my buddy Coach John Jennings on the show. We're going to do some chalk talk, and then immediately after that, we're going to do our NCAA football pick'em show also. Make sure you follow us on Coaches Call 0 on TikTok. Coaches Call on Twitter also. We're on there a lot now. You can also follow me on my IG, Rick.Zamora, posting a lot of stuff there. Make sure you comment. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. But until then, man, I hope all your tickets cash. Hope everybody makes some money. And everybody have a good weekend, guys. Thank you for being on. Adios.